everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Gungeon in the Gungeon. I'd like to first by thanking everyone for the likes, subscribes, and comments. If you can continue to do that, that would be wonderful. And also, if you can head over to my TikTok channel at Gungeon101, you'll be able to see some gun shorts that I do. I show little funny things that I have in here, or little funny sayings that I might have on one of my shirts, or I even got a couple of goat guns that I actually show to people real quick, and just some cool little things. So anyway, today's topic is going to be about why guns are so expensive these days. Now, AR-15s are coming down, but why other firearms are so expensive? And it ranges from your mom and pop stores, your pawn shops, which we can understand why the pawn shops are cheaper, but then your big chain stores. And I've been kind of wondering why it's like this. And I know that, there's different materials that manufacturers use and different kinds. And I know it takes a little bit of effort to use certain amounts of materials, and you got to have injection moldings and all different kinds of things, CNC lathes and these little die cutters and all. I understand all that, and I know there's a lot of precision involved in making these firearms, but it just seems like the more firearms keep going up and up and up and up in price. Now, is it due to our current administration, or what is it? Well, I was doing a little research, and I kind of found out that the manufacturers get charged some taxes. And one of the taxes they get charged that I was looking into was a sin tax, S-I-N. So I'm thinking, what the hell is a sin tax? Never even heard of that kind of stuff before. But it seems like they get charged per firearm a 10 to 25% sin tax. Well, hell, what happens there? Seems like all liquor, tobacco, and firearms are always getting these crazy, stupid taxes that are added on. And then where does that go to? It comes right down to us consumers who want to buy it. Why? I have no idea. Well, I kind of know why. Unfortunately, because of our current administration, they want our hands in everything. Although it's kind of always been that for some reason the federal government wants their hand in everything we do. But anyway, that little stupid sin tax that I heard about and was reading about, I'm like, really? So now I know why that every time I go somewhere a gun is more pricey and it's getting higher and higher all the time. And kind of like the same thing with ammo. It just seems like ammo is the same exact way. Now ammo's hard to get. Certain calibers and stuff are hard to get. But, the stupid sin tax, I'm hoping that here soon in November that we all do the right thing and we elect the right person in office. So maybe some of this can change and we can get back to normal pre-COVID where, firearms were affordable for us. Ammo was affordable for us. But hell, now it's hard to even buy ammo for even 22 sometimes now it's hard to get. And I feel bad, especially for the people in California. They can't hardly buy anything. I had somebody comment to me that, it costs so much to get stuff and they're banned on certain things they can get and certain things they can't. Well, why? Why? Why should everybody dictate to us, and especially the federal government be dictating to us as to what we're going to pay for everything? And why should it go down to us consumers? It shouldn't be fair. And this stupid little sin tax that I've never even heard of before is ridiculous, And so I've come to find out, I'll go to one store and it'll be one price for the same firearm. I'll go to the next store and it'll be a little higher. I'll go to the next store, it'll be a little higher. I go to the next store, it'll be a little higher. And it just seems like every time I go somewhere, there's no consecutiveness or anything that's going to match anywhere. And it seems like so far, a lot of the pawn shops have actually been cheaper. But yet I've also noticed that they've actually been going up in their prices too. Now, I know that some firearms are at supply and demand. Some people really want certain ones. And I know, it's like anything else. They're going to go up in price because of that demand, and it's all about supply and demand and what's available and what's not. I get it. I really do get it. But it seems like why is us responsible gun owners having to pay so much, which 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we didn't have to pay that much. I could remember sometimes, especially up there on one of my firearms, the Ruger GP100 I paid like $425 for that gun. Now, you can't even find that gun for less than $700. At least not in my state. I haven't been able to find it yet. Maybe there is somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it. And I don't know what it is because they're around and I see them plenty of places. So it's not like it's supply and demand. And, I kind of see in a lot of the stores, there are a ton of firearms. It's not like I walk into some stores and, this store doesn't have this firearm, but yet I walk over here and this store might have it. yeah, I understand that you got your rare firearms that are hard to find. Like I'm looking for one right now, but it just seems like when the government wants to do what they want to do, they decide that they just want to exercise all these taxes and all this bullshit stuff, like this sin tax stupid shit that the manufacturers have to pay. And like I said, and I know I might be repeating myself, but then it turns around and it comes down to us consumers who want to buy these firearms. And we're only buying these firearms right now because of the way our current situation, our state of situation is right now, and all the problems that we got going around us, in Haiti and Israel, Russia, the whole freaking 9 yards. We got all this shit going on right now. And so I don't know if it's a panic situation or what exactly is going on or what the hell the damn government's thinking. But I tell you what, come November, I'm hoping a certain person gets in office, and I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, because I think then things might change a little bit. But, and some of these stupid taxes might go away, and these gun manufacturers might be able to turn around and get normal again, and start to be able to sell us some firearms that we can actually afford. And it's not always easy for an everyday 40-hour blue-collar working person to actually go out and buy a $500 firearm that actually fires well. Even though that there is a lot of firearms out there that are under $500 that do well, but if somebody wants to spend a little bit more money, they can't anymore, because of these stupid taxes that are being charged to these manufacturers that are passing it down to us consumers. And then your mom and pop places can't help it either, because they have to charge more because of the way they're getting their prices, And thank God that, I have an FFL and I'm able to use some wholesalers, and still, it's even with my wholesalers, it's still costing me a little bit of money too. And, I noticed something the other day, and I had looked at something from one of my wholesalers, and my wholesalers are great, and I love them to death, and my salespeople are great and everything, and it's wonderful, But I did notice that a big chain store the other day ran a little bit of special, and it ended up being a little bit cheaper than what my wholesaler was. So you could find those deals out there every now and then. And like I had said before in a prior video, check your pawn shops. I do a lot of shopping around. I just don't really settle for one place. I try to compare prices and just see the difference. And I have noticed when I'm out there the big prices. And like I had said earlier, I know there's overhead for some of these mom and pop places, and you have to be allocated a certain amount of firearms, kind of, and it's hard for them because they have employees and they have to pay this and they have to pay that. I get that, I really do. But maybe if you take away some of this stupid shit sin tax that they're coming up with and these other taxes that they want to charge the manufacturers, maybe we might not be paying so much for firearms anymore. So, I don't have much to say about it, but this is just, I'd like to talk about this, of why gun prices are going up, and now I see it. And, and like I had said earlier, that I know that certain, materials that they use to make firearms are hard to do, and they are more tedious, and, they do take more time, and I get that. I really, really get that. But we've got to come to some sort of an even keel here, It's a shame that the normal everyday person, and like I had said, blue collar worker, can't turn around and go buy a $199 shotgun, and because you just can't afford it anymore, because by the time you add all the tax to it, and then you do the background checks, and you do everything you have to do, depending upon what state, and I know in California it is harder, and some other states, but I know that, by the time you're all said and done, well, it's over $250, and sometimes that's kind of hard when you got a family and being able to afford paying for some of these firearms. And I get this. So I'm hoping, again, like I said, come November we make the right decision and we elect the right person and stay away from and I'm not going to be political about this, but the Democrats, and let's go to the Republican side. And hopefully, and this is my opinion, only my opinion, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on it, because I have people who are Democrats that look at my channel, and you know what, that's your choosing. My choosing is the other way. I choose it because, to me, I felt we were doing a lot better and gun prices were better then, especially pre-COVID compared to now. So I'm hoping that come November we get the right person in office, and I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, because I know you can't see it right now, but I got a nice picture of the person right here, and I got some other things. But I'm hoping come November these things change and it gets back to the way it used to be, because you know what, if we don't stick together and help each other out here, and as a gun community stay together, and other people make more videos like this, and do things, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. That's all I really like to say and talk about today. I just had to bring that up because I just was out this past week and I saw so many different prices. And then when I heard about that stupid sin tax, man, it was just getting to me. I was like, really? You got to pay that? And then on top of other tax? Come on. Give me a break. What about these big pharmaceutical companies? How come, they get away with doing stuff? You know what I mean? And yeah, they're taxed, but come on now. Let's you can get medications free. I know we can't get guns free, everyone. I know this. I don't expect it at all. But gee whiz, at least make some of these prices come down. Hell, even gas is going up right now. Things have got to change. With this current economy that we have, things have got to change, because it's a shame what you get to see out there. Anyway, guys, that's all I'd like to say about this topic that I would talk about. But I would like to show you something else cool. I got myself a 3D printer. Actually, me and my wife did. We just bought a couple of them. And this was one of the products that we made as our first product. It's actually Halo. And it's the Halo helmet. Yeah, I can't put it on my head, but it actually came out not bad. We're still working on it a little bit, and I think it looks pretty cool. And we've made some other things that I might show later on, like I had showed, one of the 3D 357s we made. I'm working on making some other stuff right now. But anyway, everyone, I'd like to thank everyone again for the likes, subscribes, and comments. If you can continue to tune into my channel, and also go over to my TikTok channel and look at my little TikTok funny shorts that I have. You'll enjoy that too. I got some really cool things that I do show, and so far everybody loves what I'm showing on there. And I actually do some funny things with my face and everything else. But if you can continue to like, subscribe, comment, and follow me, that would be wonderful. Peace out from the Until next time.